Man, what a hit that was. He buried that rod, taking the drag.
Let me get you to back up just a little bit and get by you so I can get the net. Thank you.
I don't think that's a spotted bass. There we go. Listen to him sing.
That's probably Mr. Striper right there.
We went over him on that graph, and man, 5 seconds after you were telling me about that, whack.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello and welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program, if you like fishing at Lake Norman, you are in for a treat because we're going there for hybrid stripers today.
That's right. We have a really fun show for you today. We're fishing a morning on Lake Norman for a growing population of hybrid striped bass, growing in size to the point where I'm working with a guy who fishes for a number of different species of fish on the lake, but who really has grown to like the hybrid population because they're getting size now where they really are a lot of fun to catch, they're good to eat, and he stays on them pretty much year round. But this is in November when it's turning a little cool on the lake, the temperature's starting to drop, and we caught a lot of fish.
Now, talk about gear time today, something special there, I'm sure.
They're going to talk to us about how they rigged up the rod and reel combination that he likes to use. We're slow trolling live bait today, and how to rig up for him, and they'll go over that.
And crab dip in the kitchen with Donna.
Really tasty hot crab dip recipe from her today.
All right, we got a lot to do, so let's go to work on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Well, Craig, we just endured a very chilly boat ride. Week before Thanksgiving, cold November morning. We're out on Lake Norman. We're going to try some live bait fishing with some shad and some herring. I know you've been out a few times recently, so tell me what's been going on and what can we expect?
Well, the bait is moving up into the creeks just like it should as the water temperatures fall here in the fall. And we've had some really good hybrids. Our new hybrids are getting up to the catchable range, 16, 20 inches. So they're doing really well. And we've had a big surprise that the remaining stripers are very healthy, and for Lake Norman, we're catching some, upper percentile fish in the 8 to 12 pound range. So those are good, healthy fish for Lake Norman.
So we're back up in this creek, and you just want to put out a spread out towards the back here. You want to go ahead and give that a try?
Yeah. We're going to get some live baits out at different depths. There's a couple of points out here, creek channel. We're just going to circle around. We got some fog coming off the water, so we're just going to have to kind of look here. We've had some really cold weather this week, and that always changes things a little bit, so we'll try to figure out the combination for today.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
All righty, we'll do it.
So Craig, how are we going to set out this spread?
Okay, we're going to use a combination of herring and shad that we netted a little earlier this morning. We fish circle hook rigs mainly because we release a lot more fish than we keep, and they've proven to be very effective at catching the stripers and the hybrids, primarily because they eat their baits head first. So usually it's a good hard strike. You get a good mouth hook up, we can get them to the boat and release them alive if we want to.
And then we're going to do the heavier weights, the 1 ounce up front.
That's right. Yeah, you got to have a system when you're fishing multiple rods, and especially when you're fishing for fish like stripers and hybrids, because it's not unusual to get more than one strike at a time. And if you don't have a way of keeping everything from getting all tangled, and sometimes it does anyway, you end up spending a lot more time dealing with tangles than you do fighting fish. So we fish our heaviest weights forward, heavy and deep, and then lighter and shallower as we go back.
Okay.
So we'll use 1 ounce weights, half ounce weights, and then we'll have free lines out the very back. And you never know, we may end up running some planer boards out to the side of the boat.
Okay.
Now we count 2 feet from the reel to the first rod guide on anything that we're fishing today. Get the weight in the water, and I just count 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 30. So this weight over here, this bait over here is going to be about 35 feet deep. And to try to help things even further, I fish multiples of 5 over here, multiples of 10 over there.
Okay.
That way basically what we want to do starting out is cover the water column from bottom up near the top, so until we kind of figure out what's going on.
Great, here we are at 33 feet of water, 55 degrees. Tell me what we're seeing on the graph.
Well, more than likely those are hybrids and or stripers. We're getting a bite right here. Just nice and easy till they pull it down.
So typically when you run over them like that, you can expect some sort of action.
Well, normally you can. If we just saw some guys catch one on an Alabama rig. If they don't bite little minnows, usually we're in trouble. As we're fishing with what they eat day in and day out, so we'll see. Yep, come on. What?
Playing with
And there's spotted bass and perch.
There you go, Craig.
Here, he's here. Let's go get him. Yep, might get a double here.
Oh yeah, fish on. Oh yeah, taking the drag.
Let me go to the back of the boat if you need to. We got enough rod and reels.
Man, what a hit that was. He buried that rod, taking the drag.
Let me get you to back up just a little bit
Yep,
and
yep.
get by you so I can get the net. Thank you.
I don't think that's a spotted bass. There we go. Listen to him sing.
That's probably Mr. Striper right there.
We went over him on that graph, and man, 5 seconds after you were telling me about that, whack.
Stop. Nice and everything real smooth. That light tackle here.
That's what makes it so much more fun.
Might
Yeah,
come to
this
the back
light
of the
line.
boat and get your rod. Don't let him in the motor or the swim platform.
I know. That's what
All right,
makes
reel
it.
down on him. All right, stop, lift gently. All right, reel down on him. Lift gently. Here he comes. Reel down on him. Yep. Reel all the way down on him. Stop, lift, get his head up here now. Let's get him in the net. Reel down.
That's one way to warm up on a cold,
Okay,
frosty
there's
morning.
number one. I'm gonna let you grab him, thumb him. Let me have the rod. There you go. Nice Lake Norman striper.
That certainly warmed me up.
All right, that's one in a row. Let's get some more.
A lot of teamwork with that one. Feels a little better.
Come on, we need some stripes on.
There's some drag.
Need some stripes.
I think I see some stripes. Pull and drag.
Get him out of this line up here if you can.
I haven't got to look at him yet. He's still,
Yep.
looks like a good one.
It might be,
He might be our hybrid we were looking for.
Crank down on him. Get his head up. There you go. Up, up, up. Yep, that's Mr. Hybrid.
All right, that's what we were looking for.
Yes, sir.
That's my first
Reel
Lake
down,
Norman.
reel down, reel down. Watch your string. Make sure you're getting some line when you. All right, there we go. Good job.
That's my first Lake Norman hybrid.
There you go.
Well done, Craig.
This is
These have been in here, what, how many years now?
probably 2 years old. The wildlife biologists say that they're growing in the upper percentiles for fish in other lakes.
Solid.
Yep.
Beefy.
Very nice, probably 18 inches. We're catching them up to 20, 21 inches. I've heard of 24s and 25s.
Well, there's no doubt you know he wasn't a spot.
Oh,
The way he was fighting.
Yeah, no, they're good fighters.
Good
and
fighters is right.
We're going to be in good shape when we get a bunch of 5 to 10 pounders of those in here.
Did you see that one? Oh, yeah.
Nice strike, that's what we wanted.
Nice strike is right. That rod about hit the water. You can usually tell it's not a spot.
Well, just when we were about to pull them up and leave.
Oh,
Just don't let him get up there near the trolling motor.
Again,
Show him who's boss.
That's right. You called it.
Oh, that's a nice
Another
fish.
stripes. There he is.
That's a big hybrid. That's a big one.
Whew, that's another good one. What a rod, Ben. You want to put him in a tank, take a picture of him, show him off?
Sure. He'll be
We'll
fine
let him
in
go.
there
He'll
for a
be
little
fine.
bit in these water temperatures.
And look at the sparkles on him. There's lights up. There's one, Craig. Wound down on him.
Yep.
Feels good.
See if we can get another one.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Don't go under there.
Come on, walk back with him. Just get him, yep, let him go on out back if you have to. There you go.
Looks like he's got stripes. Oh, yeah. That's a good looking hybrid.
All right, crank down on him and get his head up. Yeah, there we go.
Ah, woohoo! Another fine hybrid. Man, they are fat. That belly on him. Well, Craig, we've had a great morning of fishing. When would you say the best time to fish for these hybrids and stripers is?
Well, it's really a fall, winter, and spring fishery. Start getting together late September. We've always considered Thanksgiving as prime time all the way through Christmas. It can get a little tough in the dead of winter, but then spring is great when they go through the false spawn. So really fall, winter, and spring.
Oh, get another one.
It's the hot rod.
Hot rod. Look at the birds all over the place, too. He's bouncing it.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
That is a nice one.
That's a really nice one. That might be the biggest one, yeah. All right, come over on this side of me. There you go. Yeah, we got a stack of fish right here.
Easy hookup.
Oh, nice.
That circle hook does the trick for releasing.
Yeah, I thought he might be a little bit bigger than that. They always look bigger in the water, but that's a nice, healthy, fat fish.
Yeah, these hybrids are a little bit more football shaped than the classic striper.
That's correct.
A little bit broken on the stripes.
And that wide body makes them better fighters.
Yeah, you saw him. He turned sideways, about ripped the rod out of my hand.
That's right. Let's get another one.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I'm just...
Get him, Craig.
This might be a spot. Nope, I
What you got?
believe he's a little line sider.
Fine.
I don't catch him as big as Paul, but
That's what fishing buddies are for.
he counts, I reckon.
Oh, this was a dead bait?
That's, yep. That's probably, oh, another fish on right here, Paul.
Get him, Craig, get him.
There we go. I'll let you be the captain and I'll catch him. This is a better fish. This is a better fish.
What's the key to that fighting technique, Craig?
Well, we're fishing really light tackle. You never know when we're going to hook into a big striper or a big catfish. So you want to lift up gently, keep that rod bent, reel down. But the main key is keep the rod bent. It's just like a big spring full of energy. And as long as it's bent like that, it's pulling tight on that fish's mouth. And they have a very hard time getting rid of the hook. As soon as you give them any slack, they're going to flip and twist and turn and do everything they can
You can see that
to
body.
throw it. I believe I might have got him this time.
You did. Oh, well done, well done.
All right, well, at least now I won't be totally embarrassed. I think you might still have shaved me just a little bit.
Just a smidge, but
At least he's a good, healthy fish. They're beautiful. Good, hard fighters. Go grow up. Tell your mama we're here.
Lake Norman, beautiful day on the water.
We had a real pretty day. It actually started real cold. I mean, it was in November, but it was one of those frosty November mornings. And I want to thank Captain Price for going out early in the morning. Him and Paul both got up before the chickens and caught the bait. So we had really good fresh bait, and which makes a difference. But he sure knows how to catch them.
He did a good job that day. Let's find out more in Gear Time.
Well, Craig, the morning of fishing here on Lake Norman was just absolutely perfect today. We targeted the hybrids, a species that's really coming on strong here the last few seasons, and it looks like it's going to get better and better. We caught a variety of different species, but the rig and the setup we used today was pretty straightforward, and it worked for everything. Tell me more about those.
Yeah, this is a widely used setup. The Ugly Stick striper rods by Shakespeare. We have the Ambassador 5600 C4 reels, and they're very affordable, very durable, and a lot of people use them both for striper fishing and catfishing. I fish typically 12-pound mono on my reel, 15-pound fluorocarbon leader on a Carolina rig, and the Carolina rig just denotes the barrel swivel, the leader. We've got 1/0 circle hooks, which do a great job of good, clean mouth hookups, so we can release the hybrids and the stripers that we catch, and even the bass and other species. So that all worked out real well today. We fish different weights. This is a 1-ounce weight. We've got a 1/2 ounce weight on that rig, and we even fish them with no weight or maybe a split shot. So we can cover different zones in the water column until we figure out what's going on and present the baits where the fish want them.
And as far as baits go, we really used two primary forage fish. Both worked equally as well, and they worked on all 5, 6 species that we caught today.
Yeah, and you know, we like to have the natural forage in the lake, which is primarily shad and herring. This is actually a little alewife. The fish are keying on small to medium-sized baits, so you certainly get these baits much bigger, but this is perfect. I mean, I think we caught 5 or 6 different species today, and we saw some huge schools of bait out there. But for the weekend fisherman, this is a store-bought shiner, and we caught fish on them today too, every species. So when they're feeding good, the bait's not quite as important, but some days when they're a little finicky, it pays to have fresh shad or herring.
Well, like I said, it was a great day. Thanks a lot. Let's try to get out there and get a few more.
Certainly enjoyed it. Hope you'll come
Yes,
back.
sir.
Thanks for that great information. Now, if you want to go up to Lake Norman, give Captain Price a call. His number's right there on your screen. I'm sure he'll be more than willing to take you, and I can almost promise you a good day of fishing at Lake Norman. And speaking of good, Donna's in the kitchen. She's got a recipe right now for some great hot crab dip.
Today in the kitchen we're making a hot crab dip. This is a great recipe you can make ahead of time. If you know you're going to have a party or friends over, you can go ahead and make up your mixture and then cook it right before your friends come over so it's nice and piping hot. So this is great. We're going to start out with 8 ounces of cream cheese, some mayonnaise, and some sour cream. So I already have that in my bowl. Then and make sure that your cream cheese is softened. That way it'll mix nicer. And we're just going to mix that together with our hand mixer until it's creamy. We're going to then add a little flour. Whoop. Let me put that over there. Some crab, some green onion, some Worcestershire, a little garlic powder, or you can use fresh garlic if you like, and some apple juice. And then a little one sauce, which will add a little heat to it, which is nice too. And then we're just gonna give that combine that with our hand mixer. And like I said, at this point, you can then put this, once this is all combined, put this in a container and put it in your refrigerator for a day, and you're ready to go then when you have your guests come over. So we're gonna put this in our baking dish. And you can use little crocks if you like, which would be really great too. Give it a little decorative look. Or you can just bake it in a regular baking dish. So what I like to do is put it in my baking dish, spread it out, and then I like to top it with some breadcrumbs. Bake this at 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on if it's been in the fridge. I would let it warm up just a little bit before I put it in the oven. And then what I do is then I spray a little bit of nonstick spray on it and put it underneath the broiler for about 5 minutes just to brown up the top and get it nice and crunchy. So you have a nice pretty look to it. So this is what it looks like. I like I said, like to use the little crocks. So then I like to serve mine with either some crackers. I like to add some fresh vegetables if people want to use it as a dip or a spread, and then some pretzel rods are great as well. So you can just do a little array of vegetables that you like, and crackers and pretzels. So I hope that you enjoy the hot crab dip, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Simple Cooking.
Donna, thanks for that recipe. There's more of those in our cookbook, mine and Joe's favorites, and you can find that at CarolinaOutdoorJournal.com. Joe, back down to Lake Norman. Good day of fishing.
We really did. Like I said, it started pretty cold, but it kind of warmed up for us in the morning, and we started finding the fish. And one thing I wanted to mention about the hybrid population on the lake, it is a stock population. They do not naturally reproduce in the wild. It's actually a cross between a white bass and a striped bass. So it's a stocking program to put these fish in the lake. And Captain Price has been following the growth of these fish, and it's really, he was telling me that that day that he was really pleased with how they're starting to really add some size to them, but he stays on them pretty much year round, and those fish move around. That's a big lake. Anybody that knows Lake Norman, it's our largest man-made lake, and those fish do move around, so you have to stay up on top of them, and he does a good job of that. And like I said, if you've never caught them before, give him a call. Like I said, on any tackle, they'll let you know they're on the other end.
And if you get a 2.5 pounder, you'll know it.
Absolutely.
All right. For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.